Hey guys, Big Eternal Flames Gaming back with another video for you today, and I'm also here with a good mate of mine, Shadow Mage. He has his own YouTube channel which I've spoken to you guys about before on my vids. I'm going to put a link below so you can go and check out what Shadow's been doing. Today we're going to do this video on Ark Survival Evolved, how to start up your character, what to do, where to be, pros and cons, everything you need to know to start off your journey in Ark Survival Evolved on the right note. We're going to talk a little bit about things you shouldn't be doing. Right now I'm going to throw to Shadow, who's been playing Ark Survival for quite a long time. He's pretty pro and he knows his way around the game, and he's going to talk about some of the elements of starting up the character and things that you should look out for. Particularly why you should start on particular locations in the island versus others, and how to go about starting your character up. So I'm going to throw over to Big. How are you, Big? Sorry, Shadow. How are you, Shadow?
I'm good, thank you. So here we're on the character screen, but while we're here, let's talk about the spawn regions. So as a beginner, you should spawn in the south zones, 1, 2 or 3. I prefer 2. Because it's near the beach, lots of forest, not many predators. The most likely worst thing you'll come up against is Dilophosaur, which can be a bit of a terror for beginners, but you'll come to love them as a source of meat and hide. So we're going to spawn in South Zone 2, because it's, in my opinion, the safest place for any beginners. So here we go, starting animation. Oh, we have Triceratops to our left. Triceratops are herbivores and they're passive, so they don't attack you unless you attack them. We're going to leave them alone. This is a PvP server, so Shadow, I want you to talk to people that are new to the game. Why would you start Ark Survival Evolved on a PvP versus a PvE versus a custom server? What are the benefits, pros and cons? Talk us through that. Alright, so when you're starting off, there may be a temptation to play like single player because there's no one else on your server, but it's actually a good thing to play on PvP or PvE, preferably PvP servers, because there's just other people protecting you from dinosaurs, even in PvP servers, because they have structures up and they have camps, and just them being there is protection for you as a beginner. So here on the beach, there's like structures everywhere from people who aren't playing the game at the moment and probably have moved on to better bases. And well, in PvP servers, you can just take their base and use their bases. Whereas in like PvE servers, it's a lot different because you're working against the dinosaurs, and later on in PvP servers, it's very important to raid other people's bases and get easy stuff for building your base and getting you further in the game. So to summarise, for all the people that are looking to start out in Ark, you feel that the best way to start is PvP, yeah? Yeah, PvP. Okay. Now let's come back to where we are currently in the starting up of this game. So we're in the process of farming materials, and we're wanting to make an axe. Okay, so talk us through that, Shadow. What are we doing here? Alrighty. So when you start off, you're gonna stay on the beach near the water. And stay around this area and build your base around this area. You're going to want to hit some trees. Do not be worried when you lose health, because this is normal. This is how you start out. You get wood and thatch. You're going to get more thatch than wood by hitting trees, and you don't need much wood to make this stone pickaxe. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go and find some stone. And here's a dodo, we'll come back to the dodo later. So we're gonna get some stone.
And how do we know which stone we can farm and which stone we can't? Because as you saw just there, we've gone up to some stone and we've not been able to successfully gather materials from it. So how do you know the good from the bad?
Alright, so these little piles of stone, you can hit these, and they're a lot different to other types of stone. The large stones you cannot hit at the moment until you get metal tier tools, but these little patches and sort of medium-sized rocks you'll be able to hit and farm flint and stone. And the other types of rocks you can obtain at this level is you can pick up little stones on the ground without the use of any tools. Alright, and we're going to use this to make ourselves a stone hatchet in just a second. Starting off, you're going to need to know what engrams are as well. Engrams, you must learn engrams throughout your Ark Survival career, I guess. And basically, they're like blueprints. Every level, you gain experience, and with every level, you're able to unlock extra blueprints, which you're going to need throughout your gaming experience. So here, we're just crafting a hatchet. The difference between a hatchet and a pickaxe is that pickaxes are used to get thatch from trees. They're used to get meat from carcasses, and they're used to get flint from rock piles. And the hatchet is used to get wood from trees, hide from carcasses, and stone from rock piles. So here we're using the hatchet to get wood from this tree. You will also get thatch, but that's just how it works. You get both thatch and wood, regardless of the tool. But with the hatchet, you get more wood. With the pickaxe, you get more thatch. And swapping these, you don't really want to swap them because it's just a waste of time. Alright, so here you get some hide, which we're going to need later to craft. What's happening? We're going to use the hide and the meat to craft a hide sleeping bag, which is very important. If you ever die on the island, you have to have your hide sleeping bag down and you can respawn there. Otherwise, you can respawn anywhere on the island. It's really annoying. And obviously meat you used to eat. Just hitting a bit of lag here. Just be patient. Sometimes it's not usually us, it's the server.
And Shadow, speaking of lag, so if a player finds that when they start the game up there's a whole stack of lag and they can't get around, so they can't, their keyboard controls are very, very slow and the game's responding very poorly, what are the best settings to start the game on?
Alright, so if you have a good enough computer to run the game, like the start menu, you can start with medium settings. It will set all of your graphics to suitable settings for normal Windows or Macintosh gaming computer. You should start with medium, step up from there. Just depends on your computer's processing speed. So don't jump straight into epic if you're not sure about your computer controls, because you will not be able to navigate the game very well if your computer can't handle it. So start with medium and then step up from there if you feel you can. But if there's frequent lag, even on medium, it's usually because you're on a server that isn't able to communicate with your computer properly. And this has to do with the regions. So if you're in America, you join NA servers. If you're in Europe or Asia, you join EU servers. And if you're in Oceania, you just got to check which ones you are most comfortable with and just stay with them. Alright, here, putting down a campfire to cook our meat. When you're starting off in the game, if you can't find dodos, just eat berries. They're the easiest alternative, and they give you water and food.
And we farm berries from?
These little bushes. They're green, and they're on the ground, and you can tell the difference between grass and these bushes because the bushes, they're just bigger, and if you don't have a tool in your hand and you press E to gather, you'll be able to gather berries and fiber from these bushes. You won't be able to gather it from low-lying grass. Alright, as a beginner, another aspect that you're going to run into is the maximum amount of weight you're able to carry. So as you level up, you're going to be able to increase each of these categories: health, stamina, oxygen, food, water, weight, and so on. As long as you are able to control your weight, how much you carry, I'd say leveling up health, because you don't want to be picked off by Dilophosaurs at this early stage. And just bear with us. If you're not running around gathering stuff like crazy, just stay near your base if you're not upgrading weight. As I say, just upgrade health, and you won't need to upgrade the other categories until later. So here, we're gonna put down our foundations for a base.
Okay, so see how the foundation's red? Shadow, what is that? Why can't we put that foundation down near our campfire where we initially chose to?
Alright, so this is a protection mechanism. This is a PvP server, and to be nice to beginners, the server doesn't allow you to place any foundations within 10 to 20 meters of another foundation or structure, just so that each player's base is spread out and you can't directly raid other bases. It's a protection for all you beginners from other bases, and even though this is just some small spike walls and the person who owns them probably isn't playing the game at the moment, or if they are, they're on another part of the island, it's just a good way to stay protected and stay away from bigger bases. Right, so as I said, this is the weight, and you can just drop your stuff. It doesn't matter. You can come back and pick it up. I think it despawns after 5-10 minutes, so you should be able to get back and pick it up when you need to. Alright, so we have our 1x1 3-wall building. And this is a good start. You don't need to make big elaborate bases. And we'll go from here in the next video.
Okay, so summary, very quickly, sort of like 20-30 second summary, Shadow. First priority to last priority where we are now, what do we do when we start the game?
Alright, so what you're going to be doing, you're going to be finding trees, start punishing them to get wood and thatch to make your pickaxe. You're going to be gathering from bushes to get berries and fiber. You're going to make your hatchet and your pickaxe, and you're going to make your 1x1 3-wall base and a campfire.
Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it. Look out for the next vid. From me and Shadow, all the best. Out.